Back to Canberra now. Joining us is the Independent Senator Jacqui Lambie. Jacqui, good to see you. So let's start off with your reaction to 19,000 people who are on TPVs. They'll have a path that is set for them in the very near future towards attaining permanent citizenship in this country. What's your reaction to that today?
Well, I think after being here for well over 10 years, Pete, and they've been they've been good citizens. Most of them are out there working, they're paying their taxes. I think it's time to welcome them in. There's no doubt about that. They are not a threat, otherwise they wouldn't be here. Secondly, I do thank Peter Dutton for the time that he was in charge of our borders, because I can assure you I had regular chats with those people behind closed doors, and I'm very confident that they have systems set in place where they can pick up any boat arrivals very quickly and turn them back. But I say this to the Prime Minister. What you haven't added in your statement is simply saying this and putting that fear factor in and leaving it there, that if a boat arrives on our shores from overseas, they're going straight to Nauru. I suggest you come out there right now and make sure that is made quite loud and clear before chatter starts heading overseas. Come down here, put your foot down and say, if you bring a boat here and it gets through our borders and shows up here, you are going straight to Nauru. Get that message out there loud and clear today. You
would have thought, though, wouldn't you, Jacqui, that chatter would have already started, that smugglers, you know that they look for any opportunity, no matter how big or small it is. You'd have to think that they see an opening now.
I think with what Peter Dutton did in the time he was there, he's implemented a lot of things and it's been very successful. So I can't take that away from Dutts. But I think just making that point loud and clear, if you do come here by boat, it's one sentence, you will go straight to Nauru, mate. Just making sure that barking dog's sitting at the door.
OK. The government does say that TPVs will still be there. It just applies to those who arrived here pre-2013. So it says that it's still going to be there in an attempt to ward off people from trying to come. Do you think that that would work? Is your hunch suggest that that would still work?
I would just go out there a little bit tougher and go that extra mile once again and say if you come here by boat, you're going straight to Nauru. There'll be no settlement here for you and you won't be resettled in Australia, not ever. That's how it should happen at this point in time. But these people, they've obviously been good citizens, they've done the right thing. We want to make sure that if those ones that are good citizens, we welcome into our country. We make sure we do what we can to make sure that they can get on their lives and make sure that they can, give back to the country. That's what we want to see, and we need to see a lot more of that. Mate, we already know at that next generation, those kids between 18 and 30, most of them are only having one child. It's going to be a problem. I'm going to get old, Pete, you're going to get old, and I'm worried about who's going to take care of us in years to come, to be honest. And we can see now we're already struggling in many jobs out there where we can't fill those positions. So, we need to look at this from a different angle. But I think just leaving that barking dog at the door and saying, if you do come, you will go to Nauru.
Well, presumably, but I mean, would it be your hope that the family members of these folks come too?
I would hope that those family members are getting security checks before any other family members come. So, you can have, you can bring your family that over, but there still needs to be security checks and then done on them. It's okay for those people that are already here, that they've proven themselves, but it doesn't mean, that your family member's going to be the same. And those checks still need to be continued and make sure that we take tough stance on that.
Just one more back on Nauru. I just want to get your comments on the Home Affairs Minister Claire O'Neill after she failed to notify the UN about the major Nauru legal bungle for 6 weeks. Left it there for 6 weeks, which Karen Andrews suggested was linked with today's announcement. Do you see it that way?
No, I don't see it that way at all. What we need to do is make sure that Nauru stays there, that it is left there. Just to let them know that if you're going to continue, nothing changes here, you will go to Nauru, simple as that. And make sure that message is loud and clear out there, mate, and going through those chatter lines. That's what we need.